all women become subject to settling. Why we settle? That's going to be something that we need to sit down with ourselves. If you're in a situation and you know, hey, this is just not right, and we know it, think about that first time that you found out this person was not faithful. Leave. You don't have to settle for that. Don't give them time to get it together. Okay, well, I'm going to be with you, but I'm going to give you 30 days to get it together. What do you think is going to happen in that 30 days? You're going to find yourself in the same spot years later, because the person knows that, hey, I'm in, I gotta. And not to say that all people just purposely drag people along. You get some guys that genuinely like a female, but don't know how to contain their hoish ways or flirtatious ways. And then next thing you know, it's turned into something else. You get some guys that really have good intentions. Hey, this is what I'm going to do. But they haven't stopped to think, oh, doing that is not going to be easy right now. And out of selfishness, they won't say, you're right. I'm going to holler back at you when I get my shit together. When I get this taken care of. Because you are more deserving of what I've been giving you. I'm going to fall back. I'm going to get my situation together. And then I'm going to holler back at you. And that's what real men do. And a woman that is in a good position with her spirit, she's in a good position with herself, and she knows what she's worth, she's gonna say, yeah, you're right, you do that. And communication is ceased. Holler at me when you get your shit together. But it's hard for us to do that because of our past. A lot of women, we're missing something on the inside, Even those women that wear their crown high or walk around like the world is theirs. If you take a second and really just look at them and get to know them, they're missing something on the inside. Why do you think so many women put up with having affairs with other men? Why do you think so many women cheat? Because they're missing something. Something happened. When I tell you guys, I sit back all the time and I think like, what the hell happened to me? And a lot of stuff you don't remember, but you know that something has happened to even allow me to go 20 plus years being, getting married super early, being an early mom, and just being lost at such an early age with kind of no guidance. What happened? What happened to me as a child that I just felt subject to being prey? And I think people can see that. I don't care how much, you walk around with the resting bitch face or whatever. When you show weakness, one sign of weakness, people can see that, and the wrong person will take your weakness and turn it into their gain. So I think we settle because something has happened to us, deep-rooted. May not be physical. I think we settle because we want the perfect fairy tale life. I think we settle because a lot of times our self-esteem isn't where it needs to be. And all a girl really wants is somebody to love her, appreciate her, respect her. And a lot of times we settle because we're waiting on that guy to finally get his crap together. And you've lost so many years of your life. Every day is precious. Now, you have to think, you have people that's married and still settling. You have a lot of debt. You have a lot of children on the outside. You're an abuser. You're a verbal abuser. I'm still here and I know that I can be doing better. But because I've invested time in you, I'm just going to sit right here and settle for this. you meet a guy and you know he ain't really about shit, but you settle. So as women, what we have to do is stop thinking with our cat and thinking with our minds. You know, everybody wants good sex. Everybody wants good whatever, companionship. You have to just really rip you apart and figure out what happened when I was younger. What happened? And I need to fix that because I don't want to settle for things that I know I don't deserve. I don't want to settle for the cheater. I don't want to settle for the married but separated guy. I don't want to settle for the guy, that's abusive. I don't want to settle. What I want is a wholehearted relationship with a guy that's going to love, cherish, and adore me. And if I come to you and say that, hey, this hurts me, you love me enough to fix that. That's what all women want. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I can only speak from my life, and I have settled a lot in my whole life. And I think that's why this topic kind of it's been on me all week. But I just think that we need to evaluate our current situations and sit down with our mates and say, hey, this makes me feel this type of way. And vice versa. So, at some extent, we all settle for something that we're not 100% happy with. But that's when the communication comes in and we need to talk about it. And so I know that I pep talk myself. There was a point in time that I couldn't even look in the mirror because of things that I dealt with in my past. And I would look and I would find every flaw about me and not really see the beauty in me. I didn't see the strong, loving, flawless chick that I am. I would see every flaw. My face is too fat. My thighs are too fat. I'm losing my hips too big. This and that. And I'm third. I'm scared to get on the scale. I got this dark around my eyes. My hair is too short. I would see all the flaws. But I wouldn't see the charismatic, beautiful singer, actor, model, radio personality, mom. I couldn't see her. And I boost myself up, pep talks, facing my fears. What fears do I have? I'm going to stand in this mirror and I'm going to strip me down until I find the beauty in me. So now I get in the mirror and I dance around and I'm like, hey, but you have to find the beauty in you, find the strength in you. Don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to start over. A lot of times we settle because we don't want to be alone. We don't want to be embarrassed. When you get in a relationship, everybody's like, oh, they're such the cutest couple. Oh my God, I love them together. And then it sticks in your head. And so now you're embarrassed when you get to the point that, hey, I don't really want to be in this situation. But we have friends now. People love us together. I boasted to my friends on how much of a good guy or good woman this person is. Well, we're talking about guys. We're talking about women now. So, fellas, y'all gotta wait. I bragged to my homegirls and to my sisters that, oh my God, he does this, he does that. Oh wait. So when the shit all falls down, you're embarrassed to be like, girl, he really ain't shit. And I really don't want to be with him. So out of embarrassment, sometimes you stay and you settle because now you've created this facade of how wonderful your relationship is. And when it all falls down, you're too embarrassed to be like, okay, I can't leave because everybody thinks this. Or I'm in my prime, I'm 40 something years old, or I'm 50 something years old, and starting over just is not what I'm wanting to do. I only know this person, regardless if he makes me happy or not. I'm used to him. I know what he does. I know what he ain't gonna do. I don't have to start over using the bathroom in front of people. Women, that's what we do. Like, oh Lord, I gotta get through that uncomfortable stage of, using the bathroom in front of him or whatever. So you stay. It's just the fear of starting over, the fear of brand new that keeps us settling for things that we know we no longer want to deal with. And so financial, sometimes you create things with people and you're like, damn, how am I going to get out of this? Easy. Sit down. Figure out, hey, this is what we had together. This is what we finna separate. This is what we finna split. Hey, because I'm not going to settle for this anymore. I honestly feel that you can love a person and still settle for certain things that you know you shouldn't settle for. And so that's a question you have to ask yourself. Do I love me more, or do I love this person more? And bring it to their attention like, hey, this is unfair. This isn't right. We need to figure this out. We need to get it right. And if they won't get it right for you, or at least you guys come to a medium, a compromise, because it's things that I may be doing or you may be doing that he may not be 100% with it. He may feel that he's settling. So let's talk. Let's get it together, because we love each other. But I don't feel it's right for you to put me in the position to where I have to settle for the crap, So let's talk. And I think that it's hard. It's not easy. I'm not even gonna say I know it's hard. Because women, we're such nurturing creatures. We're such loving people. If a guy is not going to put you first, and a lot of men will say, well, you're not my wife. Well, hell, we sucking and cooking and bucking and everything else. Excuse my French. Like I'm your wife. When you're sick, I'm there for you. When you need a hot meal, I've cooked your hot meal. When you need somebody to talk to after work, I'm talking to you. So if you're doing all of that for a person and they're not willing to put you first amongst the friends, amongst the job, amongst the sports, okay, don't get to the sports, but anyway, amongst all that stuff, if they're not willing to put you first, then you are settling. You are settling for their selfishness. So you have to just ask yourself, I have this nice bank account with this person. I have this with that person. I have that with that person. But my mind is not right. My peace has been disturbed. Every moment I'm thinking about something that I feel like I'm settling for. I'm at work. All I think about is the bull crap. And you guys, I'm so weird because I'm a prayer. I pray all the time. But when I'm at my worst, first thing I say is, I'm going to church. That's the first thing I say. I'm going to church. Because my spirit is uneasy. And that means that something is not right, But if I'm in a bad situation, the first thing I say is, I'm going to church. I'm going to church. I'm going to get my life right. It's not that I just do a lot of crazy stuff. A sin is a sin, but that's me. That's the first thing I'll say is, and hell, I'm telling y'all, I've been doing that for 20 plus years now. It's become a habit. And my mom will say, I can recall her telling my dad, my stepfather, I'm leaving. I'm booking me a bus ticket. Because, back then, African Americans, we weren't big on planes. I'm giving me a bus ticket, and I ain't going to tell none of y'all asses where I'm going. And I used to be like, yeah, she just talking, whatever. So let me tell y'all, it'd be some days that I want to call each and every one of my children and say, you know what? I'm leaving. And y'all asses ain't going to know where I'm going.